Hi everyone, this is Anna Buono, your local realtor and North Haven neighbor. Today I had the pleasure of interviewing Mark Bailey. He is the co-president of Animal Haven on Mill Road. So, buddy, what do you think? Oh, he sees a squirrel. So enjoy the video or the interview, and I'll see you on the next one. Mark, thank you so much for meeting with me today.
My pleasure.
And I just want to let the audience know a little bit more about you yourself as co-president,
Sure.
how that came about, and a little history on Animal Haven, if you could.
Absolutely. In 1948, a group of concerned citizens, if you will, that really care about animal adoption and animals in need, had the idea to form a shelter here and got right to work on it. And then just a few years later, in the early 1950s, the Animal Haven was official, and we have been ever since. We're certainly one of the oldest shelters in Connecticut.
How long?
Yeah, so there's quite a legacy involved in that, and the idea, from the very beginning, really, which we adhere to as our core mission, is the no-kill philosophy, that every animal deserves a chance. Every animal deserves all of our attention, everything we can do for the animal to help that animal find a loving home. That includes, medical care, behavioral care, and that there should be no reason to give up on that animal. Only in those very sad cases when the terminally ill cats and dogs need our help to pass on, we will do that. But otherwise, we are very committed to these animals, whether an adoption can happen, very quickly, or maybe it will take a while as well. So that part of our core mission, formulates and guides and creates our vision, our policies, and how we go about working with animals like our one here in the office.
You guys can't see, but she's right next to me.
Yeah, Daisy just jumped up on
Daisy is right here next to me.
Yes.
Now I have to show everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And is Daisy up for adoption?
She is. She is. Yeah, all of our animals are for adoption, and we can always tell they all have their own unique story. Each animal really does have their own story. They have their own set of needs. They have their own feelings, their own character, and we get to know them and really honor those stories in the adoption process. So
we place them according to how their personality.
Absolutely,
really. Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And some adopters, really connect well with maybe older animals, with seniors, and are able to accommodate the sorts of needs that senior animals uniquely tend to have. Others really like sort of the energy of the younger animals and guiding those animals into their adult life and working with them that way. Some prefer cats, some prefer dogs, some are open to them all.
How did you, Mark, become involved with Animal Haven and now our co-president?
Yeah, thank you for asking. Companion animal advocacy is something that's been important to me since I was very young, and I was always very involved in that. And I was for a time the chairman of the Humane Commission in New Haven and worked very closely with the New Haven Animal Shelter. And subsequently, Mike Frieda, who is the first selectman here, of course, absolutely wonderful person, had invited me to become part of the Connecticut State Task Force for the humane treatment of companion animals in municipal shelters, municipal and regional shelters. And he was the founder of the task force, and I joined that. And for the better part of 5 years, we were working on companion animal issues kind of statewide.
Okay.
And then after that, I was a resident of New Haven all that time. But I moved to North Haven. And this is where the story gets kind of, brings me here to the Animal Haven. I got a call one day, a very urgent call, that a dog that I had helped out in New Haven, helped place into a home, had been surrendered to a high-kill shelter in New York City. And luckily, one of the volunteers there did some research on the microchip, and through various adoptions were able to trace it back to me as a contact and said, this dog has less than 1 day to live. This dog will be euthanized by this time tomorrow, and we're reaching out for you, to help this dog. And I knew this dog very, very well. Beautiful dog. The circumstances of the surrender were unfortunate, especially that they would surrender her to a high-kill shelter.
Right.
I immediately called Mike Frieda because I saw on that high-kill shelter's webpage that the Animal Haven was part of a group or a partnership to help rescue dogs from them. And I called him to see if it would be possible at all to bring her here. I had to find some place for her within 24 hours. Thanks to the Animal Haven, Lacey was brought here. She was rescued, and with her, I came along, if you will.
Yeah,
so this is just a couple years ago, and I started volunteering here, and then was asked to be on the board of directors, and then on January 1st became co-president.
This January?
Yeah, so this is a brand new position with Christy Lambert, who is also co-president alongside me. So we're both new in the position of co-presidency, of having the co-presidency since January 1st.
Oh, this is Lacey.
This is Lacey. She's still looking for a home.
Gorgeous.
She's a very sweet,
pretty girl.
dog.
Yeah.
Very sweet dog.
For a lot of people, they're not aware that the Animal Haven grew.
Yes,
right?
Significantly.
Yeah.
And by the way, going back in history a bit, I've looked at the pictures of, so over the years how the Animal Haven has evolved, and it's really remarkable.
Right. I remember what it was before the grand renovation, and it's fantastic what it's become.
Yeah, it's really remarkable, and we appreciate all the support and generosity that has come our way in order to expand. Our cat wing is just such an important part of what we do here. And
how many cats does that hold? That wing, the cat wing?
That's interesting because we have usually here can be sort of 80 cats, give or take.
Okay. And
most of them over here. We still have one room right in back of us that's part of this main building, and another room at the end of the hall, another couple of rooms, but most of our cats are in the wings, and you'll see the rooms are set up for their comfort.
Right,
so we are a home for them. We are a temporary home, but we still are a home.
Right.
We take that approach. We want them to feel comfortable here. We want them to feel loved and well taken care of and secure.
Right.
So we do everything we can to provide for each cat and dog in that manner.
That's great. So that when they go into their permanent homes, they're not making such a drastic adjustment to being in a home.
Exactly. That's a really important point. Because obviously it's enough of an adjustment anyway.
Right.
The scenery is going to be different. The people are going to be different. But if they're used to a certain kind of human interaction and the care that comes with that, that does make that adjustment easier.
Easier,
yeah.
Right.
So this is now officially we're in the cat wing.
The cat room, the cat wing.
Sorry. Yeah, the cat wing.
Oh, look at this. You guys and girls have it made in here with us. You guys have a nice condo.
So this is what I meant by trying to give them a sense of feeling at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also socializing with each other.
Right.
Which is great.
Exactly. Is there something right now that people can help with that you're in great need of or always in need of here at the shelter?
Also several things. And replenishing and supporting the medical fund is always an important thing, especially since we have some new animals just this week, and they're going to have medical needs and attention that has to happen.
Okay.
So any donation
is appreciated and needed.
Exactly.
Right.
We have a raffle going on right now over the next several weeks, and these things are all mentioned on our Facebook page. So donations toward the raffle of course, help, and then there's a prize involved with that. There'll be the Great Give coming up in May, and if people will give to that generously, that would help us out quite a bit. And we have an Amazon wish list as well, so that helps. And even donations of bedding, of blankets, towels, exactly. We have a bin right outside. They can put that in. All of those things are very much appreciated.
And they can drop them off right in front here at any time of the day.
Exactly, whenever they like. There's a bin, and then there's also a rack for certain things as well, so there should be plenty of room. We have a mailing list. Anyone can sign up for that, and we send out newsletters bi-monthly and have an appeal each month. And the appeals in the newsletters always feature our animals. We have adoption stories, and we always spotlight an animal in need so they can give particularly for that as well.
Animal.
So that keeps everyone in touch.
Yeah.
Because it changes, as right?
It does. And I'm on that newsletter list.
Oh,
so
great.
I get those. I do. And they're really, sometimes heartbreaking to see.
Right.
But keeps it in my mind of, the need here.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Well, thank you so much for this time that you've given us today.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course.
Came through this room with our new Kaylee, who's having a nice nap.
Kaylee's got a nice couch there.
Yeah, thanks to Bankwell, who donated.
Oh, really?
When they closed down their North Haven branch, they allowed us to come in and
take
have whatever furniture we wanted.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And it was so generous of them. We heard about what was going on with her, and our shelter manager, Michelle DeRosa, got right on the case and worked with the New Haven Animal Control to help rescue her from that situation.
So Gidget and Mario.
Gidget and Mario are a bonded pair. So there you go, Gidget. We would like them to be adopted together. They're so close that we can't imagine them being separated and living apart. So every now and then we have bonded pairs with cats and with dogs, and we really want them to be
together. Hi, and what are their names?
Oh, this is Ava. This is a little Chihuahua down here. This is Mario.
Oh, hi,
this
Mario.
is Gidget, who's coincidentally kind of the same color as Mario.
Yeah.
And then there's Smiley.
Hi. Does he have a name yet?
We're thinking of one, so not quite yet. We're not sure what it's going to be.
Oh.
By the end of the day, he should have a name. He just came to us